Hi everybody, welcome to Dave's World. So this video is the installation of the oil separator and the PCV fix for an Encore or a TRAX. Something that's never existed before is an oil separator setup that fits the TRAX or the Encore specifically. So this video is how we do the installation. This is it right back here and everything is routed. The video is going to show how to mount the oil separator bracket, which is adjustable, how to install the plug in the intake manifold. Basically what we're doing is correcting the PCV issues that come on this 1.4 liter from the factory. They have a 100% failure rate. This is also, basically I'm going to also insert footage of installing the plug in an intake that would be on the vehicle, or I also have ported intakes on supercruzes.com that already has it corrected, and it's a fresh brand new intake from GM. It's glued in, ready to go. You don't have to worry about it drying, because when you do this on your own vehicle, you have to wait for the the glue to dry inside to when you plug it up. So the footage will show how to put the plug in, how to get rid of the broken valve, or if there's no valve in there, we're capping it off inside the intake manifold, and then how to route everything for a Buick and a Chevy TRAX. So this is the engine that's found in the Buick Encore, Chevy TRAX, Chevy Cruze, Sonic, a bunch of vehicles. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to modify the PCV system for this engine. Now everything is removed right now, but I have tons of footage, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to insert the footage for showing you how to plug the PCV, how to modify the basically the fittings for the intake, and then what I'll do is I'll show you how the TRAX and the Buick version mount to this engine so you can run the oil separator as well. So that's what we're going to be installing right after that footage is finished. Okay, so we're back in the office and I want to show you Gerald's ported intake, with better lighting, and we have to get the orange up. Basically there's a little nipple in there. Let me see if I could show you. Hold on one second. All right, so if you look down inside, you see that nipple that's in there. Now that nipple, if it's still there, like basically I'll tell somebody, can you look down in here? And if you look in there, you should be able to see it from the top. Let me show you that as well. So if you look down in there, you can see it from the top. Here's the thing. If you have that nipple still in there, then that doesn't necessarily mean the check valve is still in the intake. That just means the nipple is still there. A lot of times the check valve could be broken off, but the nipple is just left. And ironically, people worry like, oh, if I pop that out, it's going to be in the intake. But a lot of times it just disintegrates anyway. And by the time you even get the PCV fix, it's already gone. It's already, disintegrated and mashed up by the engine anyway. But if you're really worried about it, it's only a couple bolts to get this off. You need an inverted, these are inverted Torx. It doesn't take much to get this off. It's 6 bolts on each side. You just got to get your fuel rail out of the way, and then you can do this literally on your table, just like I'm doing it, if you're really worried about that check valve. Also, let me show you the dormant intake. Okay, so this is one of the new dormant intakes that are on the market, which are a replica of GM, but they have a different type of plug. Now, if you see, it replicates General Motors, but it's slightly different. Now, if you look inside, you can see it has a much longer type of plug, but it also is further in. So you cannot use the usual screwdriver method to get in there and plug it. You do have to take this off. And again, it's just 6 bolts, and you just have to, move your fuel rail. But at the end of the day, you're probably going to have a brand new one sitting on the shelf somewhere, and you're going to be, or you just bought it and you want to put a PCV fix in, but these go bad too. And the way to get rid of this type of setup is the same. You're gonna pop out the nipple that's in there, but you're just gonna use a screw and screw it in place instead of using the usual plug that you would use on a General Motors version, but the kit works on both styles. Now what I usually do is, because I do this all the time, I have specific tools for doing this. So I'm gonna go in and literally just push this plug out. I don't know if there's a way to see it on camera, but if you look right here, I have a tool that's literally going to push this into the intake. Okay, I make custom tools all the time. I pretty much make whatever I need, but this is how you get this diaphragm out. The diaphragm is literally a piece of rubber that falls apart, and this is why you end up having problems. And the next thing you need to do is you always get one of these tools. Because I deal with brand new intakes, I can just sit there and clean it real quick, but typically there's a bunch of debris in there. But this is actually just adequate, and if you look inside you can see that where the nipple was is now a clean port that we're gonna basically cap off. Now the next step of the process is putting the plug onto the screwdriver. You have this micro dot, micro glue dot or whatever it's called. You're gonna put this on a screwdriver and you're basically gonna let it sit on the screwdriver, but make sure you put the plug in, and you want it to just sit here and harden up a little bit. After mixing up the JB Weld, you're gonna pretty much put it on this plug. Well, I shouldn't say pretty much, this is what you have to do. So you put the JB Weld on here, and you want to move a little fast with the JB Weld, but usually what I do is I look from the top and I can pretty much tell where it's going. And you can pretty much feel the hole. And if you look inside, you can see the plug is now filling up the hole instead of the hole being there, and that JB Weld will harden up, and then that'll pretty much seal off the PCV. And this has to sit for about 24 hours, so you really can't drive the car till tomorrow. An alternative is you can also buy one of these ported intake manifolds, and so it'll already be done for you, and you can just swap this in. You don't have to worry about you know, doing your own intake or doing any of the porting. This is good to go, and you'll get performance out of it as well. So this is the oil separator that comes with the PCV fix for these engines. The bracket is designed to be adjustable and mount to the motor mount. What I'm going to do is show you where it goes. The next step for the Cruze, Sonic, TRAX, or the Encore is this corrugated tube that goes from the intake down to the turbocharger. You have to cut the fitting off. Basically, the center of the intake has the beginning of it, and the end of it terminates basically at the turbo. Hey, I just wanted to pause the video for a minute. When I was in the middle of editing, I realized that I forgot to, basically this was not on the engine. This is the tube that you're going to be stealing the fitting from here and the fitting from here, and then adding it to the PCV fix basically right here and down here on the turbocharger. I just wanted to show what it looked like beforehand, because in the next scene I'm going to show you cutting these. There's a fitting that's at the turbo, and there's a fitting that's on the intake, and then there's a tiny little line that controls the I believe it goes down to the blow-off valve. You want to retain the little line, send that down the side of the valve cover on the passenger side, and then you have to retain these fittings. Usually when we send these hoses with the Buick or TRAX kit, we pre-build everything for you, so it just needs to be dropped in place. All you need to do is take the fitting from the intake. There's actually three. There's a little one, a medium-sized one, and then there's one down at the turbo. Take those, put them on the ends of the hoses, and then everything we send you will pretty much line up in place. In the video, I'm just showing you me building it because we build it for you anyway. But just in case, the video shows how everything will lay out, and then what I actually do is I'll shorten, in the video I kind of shorten the hose. We usually send them a little bit longer. That way, if you're using like an aftermarket turbo or something aftermarket, it's not quite in the right spot, you have a little bit extra that you can cut down, and I'll show you how to do that in the next scene. What I usually do on the Buick and TRAX is the out on the can goes to the T, and then the long hose go down to the turbo, and then I shorten the hose as much as possible so it lays right above the valve cover, and then I put it underneath the shorter hose that goes from the intake to the in on the catch can. That way it lays nice and clean and looks much nicer under the hood, and then when you want to drain the oil separator you can get to it easier. Okay, I just wanted to pause the video one more time and show this evap solenoid. So the evap solenoid would go here basically on the intake manifold. Mine was broken when I was installing it onto the engine. Basically it would be right here, and you would just connect this part of the T right to the evap solenoid. I want you to make sure the routing is like this, whether you change the manifold or just put in the PCV fix on the Cruze. The routing is supposed to look like this. You have your Y split. This is not supposed to be here. This is that part that broke, but it should basically be from here to there. You have your Y, You have your check valve, which should point towards the intake manifold. What I usually do on these vehicles is I go from the out on the catch can to the T. There's a check valve here. So when there's suction coming from the turbo, which the turbo pulls a lot of suction, this is going to pull from the crankcase into the oil separator and then down to the turbo, and there's a check valve here. So all your suction is going to be headed basically this direction. Under boost, this will close, and then again you'll have your pressure coming out of here, going through the oil separator down to the turbocharger. So this is pretty much the routing you want to run. This is an adjustable bracket. You can move it in and out. You know, sometimes hoses are a little longer or a little shorter. I cut these down just because I liked how much better it looked. Nice clean installation. This is the Buick version. We have the Chevy version. And if you have any problems installing, just give us a call. The number's on the website. Try not to email or message because we don't always see those because we're in the shop all the time.